Welcome to Instant Fan Reaction, Redvee TV, where Saints have just gone down 24 points to 22 to the Leeds Rhinos here at Helens. It's quite apt I've got the cricket pitch behind us, because that's what you may as well be watching for the rest of the summer, because I'm afraid that's Saints season done for. We said all games were must-wins here on in, and especially against the Leeds Rhinos. It's caused us, we've gone from, if we'd have won 3 points gap to now it's 7 points, and if you just look at the mathematics between us and 4th spot, even if we won every game, Leeds would only need to win 6 and we can't get 4th. And really disappointing. I thought we'd come here tonight, especially with Leeds missing so many players. Early on, we lost Matty Smith to that injury, which just a blow of the eye, really cruel blow. Anywhere else a cut, he probably would have come back, but he's failed the head test out on the back of that. And then from it, then they have to switch the team round. I thought we were really poor first half, attacking wise. Defence, not so bad. Attacking wise, we were just blunt as we were against Salford last week. But again, we hung in there. Really cruel to concede the penalty on the stroke of half time. That sent us in 6 points to 4 down. And then you come out the second half, and just like the Salford game again, we conceded the first try. Once you conceded the first try, we were on the back foot a little bit, but we got the foothold back in the game. We scored 2 tries, one on the back of each other, took the lead, and then it just went to pot really. Then John Wilkin got sin bin for that crusher tackle. But yeah, it's a crusher, but there was nobody around him. He hasn't dropped the man to the floor. The man's got into a bad position, and he's got 10 minutes for it. And the thing is, if Garber doesn't stay down with the injury, it isn't seen by the match officials. So what's he give it? Is he give it on the basis of a video replay? Is that what we're doing these days? And after that, Saints, despite being down to 12 for the 10 minutes, we're still fully in the game. And then a really, really bad video ref decision from Robert Hicks, where Saints were forced to drop out. The Leeds fullback caught it in the field of play, bobbled it, then caught it in goal. Now it's a dropout. What does Rob Hicks do? He gives a 20-metre restart, and then all of a sudden Leeds go down the other end while Saints are still down to 12. Leeds score 8-point lead, and essentially that was the game. I know Saints, we managed to get over late on, but we just didn't leave ourselves with enough time to be able to get over, and we got absolutely hammered on the penalty count. I think it was 11-3 on the penalty count, and at the end of the day, every 50-50 call that could have gone against us tonight went against us. So with the season now over, what do you go and do here on in? I know Saints will say, well, every game still matters, but again, simple mathematics, you're not going to get that top 4, you're not going to win. Then we're not going to win every game. We can't win away from home, we've only done it once away this season at Catalan. So, again, Ben Barber's not going to be here till the end of the season, bit of pointless regardless now anyway. So, what do? You've got not a lot to play for. Do you maybe have a look at your other options in the squad? You start to have to build for next season now. So I'd look to put your Wellingtons, your Richardsons in the side and just have a look. Have a look, because it is what it is, isn't it? It's a couple of months left of the season, and we're on essentially 10 games now where we're not going to be playing for very much except for pride. I can't really criticise many of the players' performances tonight. The effort was there once again. A couple of stupid errors seem to always piggyback the opposition down the field. Case in point, early in that second half, we put a really good kick in. I think we dropped it onto the goal line. 10 players, the line defence was brilliant. We all got up there, and what do? We lie on in the tackle, and Leeds get piggybacked back to the halfway line. It's the story of our season. Individual errors have cost us. Penalties at key times, 50-50s that have always seemed to go against us. But I still think we could have and should have won that game this evening. And if Matty Smith had been on the field for the 80, we probably would have. Dominic Peyrou's come in after playing for the reserves, but he's been decent for 3 weeks. And I thought he was decent when he came in tonight. Attacking wise, he made some clean breaks. We just lacked that clinicalness in the first half to get on the end of them. And the problem is, we're trying to score points late in games where we don't do enough in the first half of games, and we've notoriously been slow starters this season. And you have to say, over the course of the season, it's probably the first 20-30 minutes of games that have cost us. If we could start games like we seem to finish them, then we'd be higher up the table. But as it is, at the end of the day, we're in mid-table mediocrity, and you have to say, based on the results, it's where you deserve to be, and no complaints from me. I don't go by this theory that after when you start the Super 8 everybody should start off again. No, you don't, because if you don't deserve to be in that position, you don't deserve to be there, and it's sad really, but hey ho, we move on, and hopefully over the next few weeks we just see a little bit of entertainment, and if we can entertain between now and the end of the season and give the Suns some entertaining moments, just like the Salford game last week. At the end of the day, you got moments in that game that you remember. You won't remember the season, but you'll remember the Smith drop goal game. So entertainment's probably the way forward now, because we've left ourselves far too much to do. Right, so we will see you next week for Redvee TV after the Salford game. Hopefully we'll put a dent in their title hopes. You never thought you'd be saying that, did you? Right, if you could share on Facebook, Twitter, and if you subscribe on YouTube, and we will see you next week on Redvee TV. Right. What time does the cricket start?